All right, y'all. So last time we were talking about the club, but this time it's time for us to go back into the past, Samurai Jack, on some weird time portal type shit and go back to school. Now, school is either the best time or the worst time of your life. It can either be a great amusement park type, like always having fun type place, or it could be like prison, like you just locked up in here for 8 hours until you get to go home. So for me, it was probably a mix of feeling of both. Like I had my good days and my bad days. But anyways, I was kind of a down low kind of kid, so I mean, it just went on its day. But anyways, there was a lot of moments in school in which I thought were pretty fun, funny, exciting, bad. I mean, like, let's talk about it, y'all. So this is gonna be part one, and there will be as many parts as I guess these are good and gets a lot of views, likes and stuff, blah blah blah. But anyways, part one, we're gonna talk about two stories, and I hope you guys are entertained. This is Javon83, and let's get started. All right, y'all. So the first story on our little segment here is the worst ass whooping I have ever seen. So there really is no like setup for this or context or anything. I have no idea what was going on. It's just something I witnessed. But anyways, this all started like on straight up in the morning at school, and I'm just standing in the hall right next to my locker, with a group of my buddies, like 5 or 6 of us, just standing near the locker talking like about video game girls or whatever the heck teenagers were talking about at the time. But anyways, we're just standing there having a good old time, and there are two characters in this story. We got Little Mans, and I guess the best name I could give this dude is Broly, and that's not even giving this man justice for the absolute demonic, devilish shit he did in this fight. So Lil Mans is like 5'2", like he really ain't that tall, like he was kind of a scrawny looking dude. And then we have Broly over here, who actually isn't tall or big like Broly. He ain't a walking brick house. Dude's like probably like 5'7", and he's like kind of scrawny too. But it's not the physical appearance that make this dude Broly. It's the diabolical, demonic things he does to Lil Mans during this like 3-minute fight. But anyways, I'm just standing in the hall with my friends. Like I said, we're just talking, and then all of a sudden, Lil Mans and Broly just start going at it. Like, no reason. Like, just start wailing on each other. And I'm just watching as Lil Mans throws a punch at Broly. And Broly just, like, tanks that thing. Like on some Final Fantasy 14 tanking the dungeon boss type shit. And then he just looks at him and does the meanest hook I've ever seen to this little man's face. The little man takes it, but he doesn't react. So he gets another one and another one. And Broly is not throwing like some little like flailing fist. Like, how some dudes be talking about like how they know how to fight, and then you watch them fight and then they be throwing like little like terrible like bite like punches or something. No, my man's Broly got these balled up right hooks that can destroy a brick wall. My guy, he is just destroying Little Man. So I'm just watching and I am not reacting. I am just staring at this man just like destroy Little Man. So at one point I just see Broly preparing to do something absolutely diabolical. He grabs Little Mans by his shirt, and I am stunned. I'm like, what? What is about to happen? He is not about to do what I think he about to do. He took Little Mans, spun him in a circle on some Mario fighting Bowser, so long a Bowser type shit, and threw him into the trash. I was like, holy moly. Little Mans was on the floor crawling away, but Broly was not done with him. He walked over to him, turned him around, and started wailing on Little Mans, like left, right, And like I said, this boy got the balled up fist. Like, he destroyed little Mans. And little Mans just tried to fight back. He put his hand up, tried to punch him. And I was like, whoa, that's not a good idea. Broly just looked at him and just kept going on little Mans. And then, like, you're probably wondering, this is happening right out in the open in the hall, right? Why didn't nobody stop at him? I am not stopping that this seed, this ritual that is happening in front of me. I do not know what this man is made out of. I don't know what he's like throwing, but I do not want a piece. Okay, I'm just watching. All my friends are just watching, like staring. The whole hallway is staring. This is actually the most quiet fight I have ever seen. Like, nobody's yelling. Like, usually when fights are happening, like, everybody's yelling and wolfing and like the girls are screaming, but nobody's really doing any of that. This is the most quiet fight ever. So while Broly is going at little Mans, I noticed on his feet, man's got the black Air Forces on. Jesus Christ. Like, and not to mention they dirty as hell too. Like, like, niggas just ain't got no respect for themselves. And you know, if they don't got no respect for their shoes, they ain't got no respect for what they about to do to you. Like, niggas should not be been left out the house, let alone into a school full of teenagers. Like, Jesus Christ. So eventually, Broly is just wailing on little Mans for like the longest time until somebody finally runs all the way down the hall and stops them. And then Broly just gets up and walks away, and little Mans too. When Broly passed by me, if I tell you the fire I saw in this man's eyes, that was not human. He is not of this earth. He is from planet Vegeta. He is from the bowels of the spirit world. I do not know what this man is, but he is not human. He was looking at me like, you want some of this? I was like, nah, G, like, you good. Like, you good. And that was the most horrendous, just disgusting scene I have ever seen. So little Mans came back and he looked pretty beat up, but Broly came back like a week or two later, like he did not just pull off the most heinous acts I have ever seen and just went about his day. And I know this is messed up to say, but I'm really glad that I seen this happen, because this was an eye-opener for me. It actually was the reason that I started working out. Because if niggas is starting to hand out ass whoopings on a silver platter like this and using environmental damage on niggas, I need to beef up. I need to protect myself. Boy's hitting the gym and he gonna start working. But anyways, I said there's going to be 2 stories, but look, I'm tired, my food ready, and the lesson here is don't judge a book by its cover. Look at a nigga's shoes before you fight them. Peace, y'all.